What advice would you give to aspiring writers?
Well, thank you so much. It may be the title for the next book he's going to write for me. The answer is this: do what you love and love what you do. Don't do anything for money unless people come to you and pay you the kind of money that they believe in what you believe. But you cannot write for people for money. You must write for yourself. Let me give you an example. Back in 1952, I had a chance to write my first screenplay at Universal Studios. They had a concept about a meteor hitting the earth and hurting a lot of people. They put me on employment, and they had a meeting with me, and they gave me their idea, and I said, okay, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. They said, well, I said, I'm going to do 2 scripts for you. One for you and one for me. And at the end of a week, when I turn in the scripts, you've got to decide which one you like. And if you like the wrong one, I'm going to leave. They said, oh my God, won't you do better on the idea you like? I said, yes, I will. And I said, those are my terms. Will you employ me? And they said, yes. So at the end of the week, I turned in 2 scripts. I said, now decide. And they had enough sense to know that my idea was the best one. So I finished work on a film called It Came from Outer Space. It's not a great film. It's a good film, but it's not great. But it's my idea, not theirs. So you see, you must do as I'm doing. Do not listen to people. Listen to your heart. Everything's in here. My ideas are not up here. They're here. Listen to your heart. Listen to your ganglion. So that way, you do what you love, and you love what you do.
Our last question.
It's just a thank you, Mr. Bradbury. One of my favorite stories is Kaleidoscope. It's one of the powerful and emotional movie story, and I just want to thank you. I think about that story a lot over the years, and I just am glad to have this opportunity to thank you personally.
Kaleidoscope is from the Illustrated Man.
Yeah. Well, thank you. That's one of those ideas I had. What would happen if a spaceship exploded in space and everybody's thrown out? What would happen to them? Well, I just wrote it that way. I didn't know what was going to happen. I wrote individual stories for each of the people, and the story rewrote itself. I do not write my stories. My interior writes them. When I wrote Fahrenheit 451, I did not write that book. Clarice McClellan wrote it. She came into the story. She met the pedestrian out walking one night, and he asked her a few questions. And she wrote the basic idea for the whole book. That one character coming into my mind spoke with her tongue, and she wrote the beginning of Fahrenheit 451. That's the way you write anything. Don't think about things, just do them. Express them. Let this stuff out of yourself.